Is this my good side?
No. You use that side a lot.
I guess it's a bad time to ask.
Wait for it. There we go.
With the shoulders this time.
What episode is this?
Episode 8, my friends.
There we go. They say when you hit 100, you've made it.
100 episodes?
Yeah.
What about 10?
I mean, we should do something special for 10.
Okay.
Most definitely.
I hit.
So,
How many episodes did I hit? 13 on Church in the Dark?
yeah.
Which is scary. 13.
Was that the wrong number to end on?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Go to the 13th floor. You know, some buildings don't have 13 floors.
I've
They
heard
skip
that.
over it. They go from 12 to 14.
Should we welcome everybody to Three Men with Beards?
Hey.
Like, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding,
Ding.
And share with your friends.
share with your friends,
Subscribe.
subscriptions.
Like us on Facebook.
Mercilessly mock those who have not watched it.
Yeah, and do the 5-star review. Or I still don't know what they do on Spotify because I don't use it. We should look into that at some point. Like,
I don't know.
is there a way to rate us on there?
I'm sure.
And because of
You
our
guys suck.
reviews on there, I will give a special shout out to my man Keegan. We love you, man.
It's out there.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful picture of me with a tiger. Look it up. It's on Facebook. It's beautiful.
Yes, ladies.
Granted, I think he cropped out my grandma.
Do me a favor. Don't send that kind of stuff when I'm at work because I was like 30 feet in the air on a lift. And I was worried from the laughter that I was going to fall.
It was so good. I was impressed.
Just Jacob reclining back on a tiger.
How else do you recline?
Yeah. Wait till after 4:30 and then send that stuff because it was pretty dangerous.
Was this one of them non-harness days?
Oh, you don't have to. It's considered a mobile scaffold, so you don't have to wear. Yeah, unless you climb up on the rails, then you have to be tied off. Yeah. OSHA. The more you know.
No more.
In the sun. Ooh.
Everybody
Bruce over there trying to break microphones.
Uh-oh.
Man, look at that spike. Look at that.
Yeah.
It happened.
That's a good one.
Everybody doing good this week?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying the summer that governor just extended for us?
Yeah. I'm hoping that since my daughters go to a private school, they decide to go ahead and start in April or August. I mean,
April.
in August.
Skip. Let's just totally skip the grade.
because it did say that public schools were going to be, I think I popped a P there, that public schools were going to be extended. So maybe since they're a private school, they won't.
There's got to be a loophole there somewhere.
Because I love my children, but they need to go back to school.
Yeah.
Kids in general need to go back to school. They're getting dumber by the minute.
Specifically, my two.
Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
I think Cassie and I decided to keep Terry out of preschool because they're like, I mean, he's 3, going to be 4, and they're like, he has to wear a mask. He can't be within 6 feet of anybody. Just all this stuff, and I'm like, how are you going to make a 3-year-old do that?
Yeah.
Well,
I can't even make him poop in a toilet. It's ridiculous.
I mean, which
I don't
is
see Terry wearing a mask for a long period of time.
No.
It's not happening.
No, if it's a cowboy hat, that's a different story. All about that, but mask, no.
And they're snotting everywhere and spitting everywhere. And
Yeah.
even though they did say that it was only like under 7th grade they said didn't need to wear a mask.
That's what I thought too, but that's not what the schools here said. So,
Yeah.
I don't get it
Well,
personally.
it's probably not the best year to start school.
But this goes right into my societal beef.
Societal beef.
All right. So, here's the deal. I used to be a truck driver. And I would see all sorts of insane things as I was driving trucks. The most recent thing, I will start with, I got stories.
Remember, this is a family show.
Yes.
Oh, I know. No.
We were on the line last time. So
Once I saw an armless man driving with his feet. He had one foot on the steering wheel, one foot on the gas, and he had, those little ball things you put on the steering wheel to help you steer. He had his toes wrapped around that thing. It was the weirdest thing ever.
that's when you take your truck and go 80 miles an hour and just get as further away from that.
No
as
arms, I'm telling you. Like, I felt for the guy. I was kind of proud of him in a way. I was like, hey, way to be handy capable.
Yeah, go for it.
But,
handy capable.
And it was a stick shift.
I doubt that, but that would have been even crazier. Like, how do you do that? Like, reach over? I can't even do it with the one foot. And how do you clutch at the same? I don't know.
Hey. Sometimes you don't ask questions; you just apply.
Right? You just hey, that's good for you, man. But no, have you guys noticed the people driving around in a car alone wearing masks and gloves?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's my societal beef. You don't have to do that.
Well,
You're in your car. It's
You're
okay.
afraid of yourself.
Well, it's funny because, of course, me and you are two different sides of the map when it comes to masks. But when you're in a car, even me, like sometimes, because I wear a mask almost everywhere I go, I have it around my neck, and sometimes I'll catch myself with it on. I'm like, hold on, I don't need this. It's hot.
Well, that's one thing if you catch yourself,
But it's never like I have it on for a long period of time on the highway, and I realize it's on. No, some of these people are for real.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to breathe their own oxygen or whatever is going on.
But they are breathing. They're breathing something. they're breathing in their own bodily waste. I don't know what
Maybe they have the air set on where it comes in from the outside instead of recirculating their car, so they're just trying to be safe.
I mean, we can make excuses all day. I mean, the only time I've ever worn a mask is in the car is when a child doo-dooed their pants in the back seat and we can't stop.
Hey.
Then I'm like, mask on.
Something tells me this happened on a road trip.
Yeah.
And the only time I've worn a mask in a car, I was a getaway driver.
Yeah?
No.
Where were you getting away from?
Different story.
Just kidding.
We all had that dream of being part of a heist.
Right. So, if you guys want to hear some more funny stories, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
The driver's thing. I used to drive for Olathe. And so this was all things that happened within the city limits. I saw one person practicing their violin
While driving?
They had the music kind of propped up in the center console, and they're driving with, I think, with the knee, and they're. I'm like, is your radio broken? Like,
Oh, man.
Maybe the devil challenged him to a duel.
yeah. I saw one guy reading Reader's Digest. Had it on this open on the steering wheel, and it was like, I'm like, how do you do that? It doesn't make any sense. And then I did see some other creepy stuff too, but I won't go into that.
But them two, they make the armless guy feel safe.
Those were
Exactly.
pretty much the three craziest things I ever saw drivers doing. But I don't know. I mean,
I've seen people eat pancakes while driving.
I've seen a lot of food.
Like dinner plates,
Yeah.
which I always see, like, that's either impressive or stupid.
It's one of the two. I find that very strange. Like eating with utensils.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I had pizza before I came here, so
If it requires a utensil, you can't drive and eat at people.
no, you can eat a slice of pizza though. I mean, you just fold it in half. Good to go. Don't eat tacos while you're driving. That
I've
is
done
just nuts.
I've done it, and
Get the vacuum out when you get home.
Well, you're going to find meat and lettuce for years. That's just a part of your car at that point.
Yeah.
You can't reach that. You're going to have to take the seat out.
Mm-mm.
Get it detailed.
Oh, yeah. Make the VIP car wash upset.
So societal beef.
Yeah. So that was my societal beef. If you're driving in a car by yourself and you weren't directed by a medical professional to wear gloves and a mask in your car, don't think it's necessary.
Well, the gloves kind of get me anyways. How dirty is your steering wheel?
Right? I saw a woman eating with the glove on. Like eating with a gloved hand. You know?
You might as well just be picking your burgers and putting
Right?
them in your mouth.
Or people that wear the gloves to do all the, pumping of the gas, and they take the gloves and they adjust their glasses and wipe something out their face. I'm like, you do not understand the purpose of gloves.
Yeah. Segment 2, we may have to call Kelly and have her explain cross-contamination to people. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I was a city worker for a lot of years, and we had to take, bloodborne pathogen training, and
Yeah.
we learned about cross-contamination and all that stuff, and I'm like, do you not know? Is this why salmonella is such an issue?
Oh, yeah.
Because even if you get lettuce that has salmonella on it, do you rinse it off and then wash your hands?
They don't wash their hands.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like this is like just I don't get it. Like every other day, I hear Walmart's recalling all this lettuce. And
It's because people go in there and start touching it.
is that I don't know.
I don't know. I
don't know how salmonella gets spread. I thought it was from the manure.
Is it?
I don't know.
Like
Fertilizer.
raw meat or something like that? I don't know.
Fertilizer, I think.
There's no raw meat in salad.
No.
Shouldn't be.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope not. If there's raw meat in your salad, you might be doing it wrong.
That's sushi salad.
All right, it's okay, Zayden.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
But yeah, I don't know.
I describe cross-contamination like this. You grew up in church, you went to VBS.
Yeah.
And they have crafts with glitter. And if one kid does a glitter on their craft, how much glitter's on people's crafts? Everyone's craft.
Well, not only everyone's craft, but the building, the carpet, everybody that's in the room, the ceiling,
Yeah, exactly.
your car.
Yes.
You drive by the place, it gets on your windshield. Yeah. So, yeah. I had to get that off my chest.
So wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash them a lot with soap.
Soap, yes.
Yeah. Soap's a good thing.
Hot water.
Yeah. To recite the ABC song while you're doing it.
If you're in the bathroom for 30 seconds, you didn't do it correctly.
Yeah. It's a couple minutes, right? Or a minute. I don't know.
I know. I want you to save the whales, but I want you to be clean.
Wait, washing my hands killing whales?
Hey, come on now.
I thought that was my pop rings.
What? Pop rings?
What
is it? Oh, okay.
You have to cut
The plastic.
the plastic
I'm
rings.
thinking of you
Was that
have
whales or
something-
turtles?
I don't know. It killed something.
I thought it was turtles.
What kind of pop are you drinking that it's killing whales, my friend?
Like when you buy the 6-pack and it's got the
Yeah.
that thing. You're supposed to cut those. I never do because I
The
live on the edge.
liters. Get them 20 liters.
It crams up their blowhole.
Did you have to say that like that?
I thought that was just a whole bottle.
Sure.
I thought the ring things would get caught around the turtles' necks.
This is when we bring up our green initiative.
But my youngest daughter, Macy, loves SpongeBob SquarePants. And I just learned, this past month, that those people houses that are weird shaped are supposed to be karma fillers that have been dumped in the ocean.
Interesting. So we're about to take a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, we just like to remind you that 3 Three Men with Beards is a part of Prairie Meadows Church. Prairie Meadows Church is located in Bonner Springs, Kansas, which is right outside of Kansas City. Our address is 426 Emerson, Bonner Springs, Kansas, 66012. We have a Facebook page, Prairie Meadows Church. Just search it on Facebook, will pop up. We live stream our services every week. Our services start at 10:30. We invite you to join with us. Check us out. You can go to our website, www.prairiemeadowschurch.com. And if you come, you will be able to see three men with beards in person, and that'll just give you the thrill of a lifetime. So Prairie Meadows Church, Bonner Springs, Kansas, right outside of Kansas City, Kansas. You'll also be able to see the man behind the camera, our main man, Bruce.
Our main man.
All right. How long are these ads?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So Prairie Meadows Church is located in the scenic Bonner Springs, Kansas.
There's a castle up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
You
You wouldn't know it if you didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
It's hidden.
You can't really see it unless it's like all the leaves are off the trees.
It's the best kind of castles. The hidden ones.
The hidden castles.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys can come help us do some remodel on some stuff and hang out. And sometimes we have like awesome meals down there.
Yeah. That's all
Come.
good stuff.
Me and you can enjoy some Turkey
Yeah.
Hill peach tea together.
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, the Baptist potluck. That's where it's at.
Yes.
That's
In our church.
why we're all like this.
I'm getting there.
All right. Well, that's Prairie Meadows Church. Don't forget to check us out.
Shuffle.
And we're back after that lovely word from our sponsor.
I haven't named this music.
Do you keep getting more lights?
Yeah, I keep noticing that too.
In different places.
Is it the same number of lights, just put different? Okay. Because I could have sort of went from like 2 to 3 and now 4.
Well, I did start out with 2, now it's 4.
Next thing you know, there's going to be one of those big like umbrella things over on the side.
It's going to be legit.
We're going to have to get someone to come hold a boom mic.
Yeah,
Even
So-
I don't know why.
I don't even.
I say stuff sometimes during podcasts just to see if people pick up on it. And last podcast, I mentioned that the peaches come from Wisconsin. And no one responded to it. And so, I felt bad. Like, either I was dumb or Wisconsin actually does have peaches.
I don't know. Honestly, I thought all the fruit trees grew in like more of a tropical climate.
Because I was trying to be sarcastic and
'Cause
funny, and it went totally over everybody's heads. And so I'm watching it back, and I've watched the last episode twice, and I giggle to myself, and I'm like, man,
You can grow
That's
peach
fun.
trees here.
I grew up.
You can do them
Yeah.
here? Oh, okay. The more you know.
But, well, we had a pear tree at my house growing up.
Yeah, pears and apples. I see a lot of those. I'm not sure that I've seen like a peach tree or a nectarine tree or tangerines or.
I would
That kind
assume
of thing.
oranges of citrus and things like that will probably
like
be
Arizona, I
more
think.
harder
Yeah.
to do here.
Yeah, I know they do do oranges in Arizona. I wish avocados would grow here.
Not an avocado, yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin peach, out of stock.
Well, that's because it's cold up there.
It's a cold, hardy, juicy peach resistant to diseases and insects.
Huh.
The state has its own peach named after it.
Well,
I didn't know
I
that.
was trying to be funny, and I was just right. That happens a lot.
And the two of us sat here brain dead, didn't know one way or the other. So
I doubt that your peach tea came from Wisconsin peaches. I doubt there's
Are
peaches.
you back on that? Is that the same jug?
It is, my friend.
I doubt there's even
I usually
peaches
just drink water.
in that peach tea.
This is Pennsylvania.
Probably peach flavoring.
Do you
There's
just
no peaches in this peach tea.
do you usually just drink water because you're poor now because you have to pay rent
Well,
on
but
on
I
an
usually
actual
just
apartment?
I just drink water anyways.
I drink a ton of water, tons.
Yeah. Coffee, but that's just flavored water, right?
3 Minutes with Beard brought to you by water.
We got to cover up the labeling until they pay us. But yes, I'm in a new apartment.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Is it like a studio apartment, 2-bedroom? or
Just one bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
It's one of the things where it's fully furnished, and internet, cable, everything's included. One
Nice.
flat fee, and it's the hookup.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
So fully furnished, like towels and stuff
Towel, they come in and sweep my floors once a week.
Wow.
too. What?
Change
Right?
his sheets.
I'm moving.
They
Right.
change his sheets.
Yeah,
I changed my sheet, but I
I
mean,
have a wife that cleans my floors a couple times a day. So
And my wife has a husband that cleans her. I'm just.
there you go. But I mean,
that's fantastic. They
It's
wipe
nice.
everything down and do the whole deal.
mhm.
That's awesome.
Have you met any of your neighbors yet?
I have not. I've heard them. They're starting to get louder. I don't know if they moved in around the same time I did and just now getting used to the place and starting to get louder. But the neighbor right next to me is he or she, I don't know, might be a wife and a husband. But they wake up at least an hour before I do. And I wake up early. My alarm's set for 5. But the shower and everything's going, and they're slamming doors and stuff. Rude.
It's a little rude. I would think they would have insulated the place better.
But I
But I
mean,
remember apartment living.
yeah,
It
and
was never fun.
I mean, it's still, it doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah.
I got a lot of patience. I work with kids.
Do you have a pool?
I do.
Oh man, we're hanging out.
A tanning bed, a spa,
A golf course?
a golf course.
I don't need one of those.
Me neither. I don't need any of this stuff. My nephew helped move some stuff up, and he goes, and his mom goes, "Hey, you like this, don't you?" And my nephew goes, "Nah, it's too rich for me." Oh, how much money do you think I make?
Right.
It's an apartment.
It's an apartment. It's not that rich.
But no, see,
Or
we
rich
gotta
at all.
we got to bring the kids over for the pool if it's open. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's open. Yeah.
That's where we're going to be this weekend.
Visiting Uncle Jacob.
Is there
We'll just
enough-
go in there. We'll just pick some random place that has a pool that's open and be like, Jacob lives here. We're good.
And speaking of kids, this is something we can talk about. So, of course, I have no kids, but I know a lot of people who have kids, and they have betrothed their kids to me if they die. AJ being one of them.
You're going to need more than a 1-bedroom apartment, sir.
I have this horrible nightmare of all my friends passing away and family members passing away at once in 1 week, and me getting a star of my own lifetime reality TV show because I've inherited
I inherited
15.
70 kids.
because they all thought it was a joke at first, and then they forgot to change it at the last minute. And I'm in court battles with their grandparents.
And if you plan on raising my kids on my estate, no, I have no estate.
Or state. You can have these kids, no money.
Yeah, that's how it works.
All responsibility.
Also, you can pastor the church.
There you go. Also, no money.
You don't get paid for that gig.
No.
You get paid by God saving souls. This is not us telling us give us. Well, we are telling you to give us money, but not begging you to give us money. It's
Well, we are a little begging.
A little begging,
No.
but we're not doing it for money.
Well, we are.
Preachers are not doing. Well, some. Joel.
Which brings me to my beef. Apple Podcast. How dare you suggest Joel Osteen? If you like 3 Minutes with Beards, you might like Joel Osteen. If you like us, you will not like Joel Osteen.
I seen that one coming.
That is awesome.
Oh goodness.
That is hilarious that popped up.
I'm coming for you, Tim. Tim Cook,
Yeah.
CEO of Apple.
Oh, okay. I was
Not
like,
really.
I think Tim Cook could probably take you. Joel Osteen, not so much.
No.
Tim Cook, yeah, probably.
Tim Cook, that guy, he knows jiu-jitsu, I bet. Joel Osteen knows nothing.
It's not him I'm worried about. It's his wife. She's scary.
Joel Osteen's wife?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen her. Is she scary? Like scary looking, or is she just like scary personality?
Well, she's probably got a scary personality because she's married to Joel. But I feel like we're on a first name basis, Joel. But maybe she's a bodybuilder. Is she a bodybuilder?
Which also, my mom today told me, like,
Your
you
mom's
guys
a
are going to
bodybuilder?
have, my mom also said, you're going to have some competition in the podcast because Michelle Obama decided to start a podcast. And I went, she stole that from us.
Yeah.
She's like, saw 3 minute beers, like, I can do that.
She can.
She
Why
can't.
not?
Is Joel Osteen's wife a body builder?
Hey, we got to find out. We got
Yes.
to do our research before you.
Try to educate you, the listener and viewer.
This is good stuff. This subject
I'm gonna
we're
say
talking
no.
about. Is there a picture?
Oh, she is scary.
Yeah, I told you.
Those just fake smiles.
She is not happy.
No.
She's not happy.
So,
Wow.
anyway, back to your story, which I forgot what it was.
I had a story.
You're talking.
We were talking about his apartment.
Your apartment.
My apartment and my loud neighbors. They're not super loud, but I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah.
You'll
all-
get used to it after
I
a
get
while.
used to it. As long as she's not yelling for help or anything like that, I'm good.
And your nephew saying it's too rich for him.
Too rich for
Like,
it.
it's an apartment. If it was rich, it wouldn't live in an apartment.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If I was rich, we wouldn't be begging you for money.
Are we back to what would you do with $500 billion or whatever?
$500 million.
Billion. Good night.
I would sell my house only because I no longer appreciate living in Johnson County.
Yeah.
And find some place that's not Johnson County and buy a modest house.
I would commission the Iron Man suit to be built to fit me only. Just throwing that out there.
Gut and all.
Yep.
All right. Then I'll pay for the development of the Super Soldier Serum.
There we go.
3 minutes.
I'm just trying to figure out why Elon Musk hasn't done that yet. I mean, he's doing all these crazy projects.
He
where-
probably has.
You think that's what the UFOs are?
It's Elon.
Elon Musk.
Elon
flying,
in his Iron Man
he's
suit.
flying around in an Iron Man suit.
Hold on. Speaking of Elon Musk, anybody see that article or something? Maybe it was a meme that Kanye West dropped out of a presidential race
I think I
because.
posted this.
Did you post it?
It was a Babylon Bee headline.
Yeah, because he
He offered him to be president of Mars.
Yes, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I had to post that one. I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazingly hilarious.
Babylon Bee doing the Lord's work.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
You have no idea. That keeps me going throughout the day. I check that, just see what's going on. Oh,
What they got going on their crazy heads.
yeah. So good. Yeah, we should have a Babylon Bee segment once in a while.
Just talk about the crazy.
What I love to do is because I have a lot of different people that are friends with me on Facebook. I like finding Babylon Bee articles about the church, but then sharing it and seeing all the people go crazy that doesn't know it's a satire website.
Yes. I love that.
Like there's one I shared about this church put in a slide to their baptistry. People are like, that's so sacrilegious.
Hey, I mean, as long as you don't enter and come back up.
Yeah.
Father, Son,
Yeah.
Holy Ghost, splash.
Why not?
I'm down. I think we got enough room back there to do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the Bible says we can't, right?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I think we could do a zip line from your perch up there to the baptistry.
Oh, that'd be even better.
Hey,
Our own take.
with
I
the
like
zip line and us holding single ladies morning, we're gonna grow super fast.
Pyrotechnics.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Why not?
I mean, I went to a church once that had fog smoke and stuff. Only went there once.
I find that odd.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's like the production value is too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend who shared their church service one time. I won't name the church because it's around this area, but they had like people juggling and acrobats flipping and stuff.
Are they like church members? Or are they paying like Circus du Soleil was off? It was the off season for that, and they were like, "Hey, come on."
They're members.
Well, that's cool if they're members. I mean,
Right.
anything can be a ministry, I guess.
Yeah,
but
but I'm like, huh.
We're doing something wrong, I guess.
we're just unorganized.
Or can't do flips.
That too.
Hey, Bruce, can you flip?
No.
I love the pause. He's like, nah.
Challenge for next week.
You never know until you ask.
Guess I need some time off. Try it.
All right.
So we wrote down, I have a coworker that's not Zayden because he can't grow facial hair. That had a beard and he shaved his beard and left his mustache. And I would normally say that's a bad idea when working with kids.
Yeah.
But it's working for him. And you don't meet many 20-something-year-old guys that can make just the mustache work, especially while working with kids. It could be that we're okay with it because it's very seldom do you see his mustache because he's wearing a mask.
Mm.
But the kids love it. The kids love it. They think he's the coolest thing ever. So it brings me to this story.
Does it just look like a little caterpillar just chilling on
It's full mustache. I mean, it's not Tom Selleck or anything, but
That's the standard.
it's Tom Selleck.
If you can't grow a mustache at least like Tom Selleck, don't do it.
I did read this week, speaking of mustaches, that in the movie Tombstone, all the mustaches are natural. The director made every actor grow his own mustache for authenticity.
Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Out of all the people that's going to sue us, it's going to be PBS.
Probably, yeah.
But it brings to the thing, like, would you drop your kid off to a program where the guy comes up with just a mustache?
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, people drop their kid off when they had a beard down
Yeah,
here.
it depends. It definitely depends. I mean, if the guy reminds me of like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite, no, I'm out on that.
Pedro.
Yeah. Reminds me of Pedro, that's a different story. I might be leaving my kid there.
Yeah. I'd have to see the guy.
Yeah. Because it's got to be an overall vibe.
Yeah.
Mustache doesn't always mean,
Creepy.
yeah, doesn't always mean creepy. Sometimes, yeah.
For those on our Facebook page, comment on what you think you would do. Also, if you have a picture of Tyler with a mustache, post it.
So yeah, I would look creepy with just a mustache.
My dad rocks just a mustache.
He does.
He
But your
rocks
dad also looks like the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Your dad is Anthony Kiedis?
I've never got that. No one's ever said that to me.
Oh.
I've got
Picture of his dad.
Mario from Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Well, and there is a certain age where the mustache automatically becomes not creepy.
You have any pictures of your dad on Facebook, Jacob?
I'm sure there is. Are you friends with my dad on Facebook?
I think so.
But
Jakey.
Jakey. Well, we're going to talk about this in the next segment, but is the mustache acceptable?
Well, I say no just because it's no, you gotta have the beard.
Is just the beard with no mustache acceptable?
Yeah, he does look. All right, we're gonna take a break, and we're talking about this. Take it away, AJ.
I guess I'm the commercial guy. We'd also like to do a special shout out to BC Quality Image. It is a imaging company located here in Bonner Springs, Kansas. They made these awesome cups. They made this awesome mouse pad with our faces on there. And he can make you any apparel, mouse pad, mug, anything you need. All your quality imaging.
I thought you were going to say he can make you beautiful.
Can you put a screen print onto the tailgate of my truck of the Virgin Mary?
Can you
Can do vinyl.
Can you take a picture of Jacob and the Tiger off of Facebook and put it on a T-shirt for us?
Oh, yeah.
There is on first marketing.
Put that on hats.
There it is. If you want that on a T-shirt, reach out to us and we will sell you one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most definitely.
But any imaging need you have, reach out to BC Quality Image. Check him out on Facebook, and he can hook you up.
So you just have the Facebook page, or do you have an actual website as well?
Yeah, I have a website, but I'm in the midst of changing it up a bit. So,
phone number? Do you comfortable with that?
I usually try to keep it with just
through the
email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Message him on Facebook, and he'll hook you up.
There you go.
Yeah, put your ugly mug.
Or come to church.
Yeah.
Come to church. Just ask him in person.
Duh. This Sunday he was giving out free T-shirts.
Yeah.
It was nice stuff.
And if you want Jacob and the Tiger on a T-shirt, like, subscribe, comment. Maybe that can be a giveaway.
Ooh, I like that too.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So many possibilities. Thank you once again, Bruce.
yeah, thank you.
And Keegan for that wonderful Photoshop work.
All right. BC Quality Image in the bag.
Whenever my oldest daughter, Lainey, hears this, she always goes, "Are you listening to yourself on your podcast again?"
Yes. Yes, I am. When the video drops, I'll watch it. At least the first 2 segments.
I think I watched the last one. I watched the first segment. But I listened to the whole thing on iTunes because it automatically downloads.
Yeah.
Not that I couldn't just listen to it. But I'm like, might as well get an extra,
We called it, me and AJ called it doing our research. We have to watch ourselves to make sure we ain't doing anything creepy
Right.
or weird, which we do.
Yeah. I realize I check my watch all the time. I'm like,
I do. Well, my watch vibrates too many times. I need to just take it off sometimes.
I need to repair mine so that I can be doing it too.
Yeah.
I hit mine on something and it screen's about to fall off.
Oh, that's not my watch. Whoopsie. So my dad, he looks weird.
I don't know if he looks weird, but I do think that,
He missed his calling, huh?
Halloween rolls around. I think, little Red Hot Chili Pepper action would definitely work for him.
I feel like our next episode, we need to have a ranking of the best mustaches of all time. Of course, Tom Selleck being number 1. But who's the top 5?
Sam Elliott.
I think he's probably number one.
Sam
actually.
Elliott. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's top 2 right there.
I mean,
Well, we'll let you guys vote down.
I don't know if it gets better than that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't. I have to really think about that one.
Charlie Chaplin.
It's not a good mustache. That's just an iconic mustache.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
He rocked a stash.
It's
He
not
did.
bad, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one.
Yeah. Get you something to think about later.
Best mustache.
Mario.
Luigi.
Does Mario have a mustache?
Yes.
It's like one of them things like you think, like the Monopoly guys has a monocle. Does he? He doesn't. The Monopoly guy does not have a monocle.
It's the peanut guy.
It's the peanut guy. But we always think the Monopoly guy has the monocle. Maybe we always think
He should.
Mario has a mustache.
Oh.
Did you Google best mustaches?
Yes. What's his name? Offerman?
Yes.
What's his first name?
I can't remember.
Is it like
The guy from Parks and Rec.
is it like Dan or something?
I can't remember his first name.
name's
Nick.
Dan. Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman.
Maybe he's
Dan.
related to a Dan. Everybody's
So-
related to a Dan.
Yeah. But we do, we got.
There's some good ones.
I googled best mustache. First two pictures. Nick Offerman, and then he's before Tom Selleck.
Oh.
And that's saying something.
That's something. That's going to be some good talking. There's some good combos going down in the comment section. I can feel you guys'
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that comment going, and then I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yes. We'll bring this back up next time.
Oh yeah. Write that down.
We use the same notepad, right?
Yeah.
I think so. The only famous people that are popping up are Sam Elliott, Nick Offerman, and Tom Selleck. That's it. Everybody else is just weird mustaches. All right. This is going to take I'm going to put a lot of thought into this one. I may have to run this by some coworkers.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Did we run out of stuff to talk about?
I don't
No.
think so. What's on the list?
But
I can't see the list.
best
from here.
mustache for next week. I did.
Do you have some Bible stuff?
I was going to say that Kelly actually wanted me to say this to you. She has been burdened for this, and if you're friends with us on Facebook, you've already seen her share it. But she wanted to invite all you Christians to set apart a special time of prayer on Thursdays to pray for our nation, our families, our churches, our leaders. Pray to lead in a God-honoring way. Pray for those affected by this disease, COVID, healthcare workers, those sick, those who have lost loved ones. Pray that this whole thing dies off, because I'm sure everyone's tired of it by now. Slow down, the virus will slow down, vaccine. For churches to step up and meet people's needs, to show Christ's love. Schools, law enforcement officers, racism, riots, mental health from depression, anxiety, stress, the upcoming election. Just set aside a time on Thursdays to pray, to bombard heaven with the cries of our hearts, and that true revival will come to America. She's named it Transformation Thursdays. And she quotes 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, and then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins and heal their land. So join us in praying for our land, praying for revival. Pray every Thursday. This election coming up, it's going to be a doozy. It's an important election for our country. It can go one of two very different ways. So start praying now. Transformation Thursday.
It's definitely time to let God take control. We're in a time that at least in our lifetime, we haven't seen before. And the best thing to do is to cry out to God, ask for his guidance, and things like that. I mean, I joked about having school being pushed back here in Kansas, but it's something that's serious, when you have to start thinking about that kind of thing, when people's education and lives start to come into play. This is serious stuff. And it's definitely time to pray.
And I mean, on good news, I am starting to hear some good news about the whole situation. There's a hospital in Israel who just announced that they're pretty sure they have a drug. That's a drug that people's been using forever that will take all the symptoms of coronavirus and make it disappear in like 5 days, make it no worse than a common cold. And
That's
so
awesome.
They've moving on to animal trials, and hopefully to a large. It's this collaboration with them in a hospital in New York City, and so they've said it's very, very encouraging news on that front. And if it does work, the best thing is it's not a new drug, so they don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get it to the people.
It's good to hear good news.
Yeah. Good news.
The best news is all this will go away once the election's over.
Yeah, I've said that too before. Like, it's definitely, I think
it's definitely going to calm down for sure.
Yeah, everything gets so politicized, it's insane. So,
all right. Since we do have some time here at the end, what are we going to talk about? I see Jacob was wearing probably a childhood favorite show, Pokemon, on his T-shirt.
Definitely.
What was your go-to show as a child?
He-Man.
He-Man, Masters of the Universe. I was a big Ninja Turtle fan.
Yeah, I did that too.
And it makes me mad because I'm pretty sure I have, it's in pieces, valuable Ninja Turtle figures somewhere in my parents' house. But they're in pieces, so they're worth nothing.
Yeah.
What I need to go through and look at is I have some of my dad's old G.I. Joes back from like the 60s when he was a kid.
You have those?
Yeah.
They have all the stuff with them?
They have some stuff. I need to go through it.
See, that stuff is worth money. And, I found some figurines in, like, the clearance aisle. Are you guys a clearance aisle? Do you guys go, like, go into Walmart and, like, that's first place?
I've been in a clearance aisle or two in my time.
Well, I found a few figurines, and my son stole a couple of them, took them out of the bag. But I was able to save. I have a Darth Vader, I think from Rogue One.
Okay.
And then I have the Rogue One, the female, I can't remember her name. It's not Rey. Rey is from the regular timeline, but, or the most recent 3 movies. So, yeah, I can't remember her name, but I have that figurine, and she keeps, Terry will look up and go, I want, and she'll reach up. I'm like, no, those might be worth $1,000 someday. We paid $6 a piece. I'm like, no. But she gave my Ant-Man. I had an Ant-Man, and I had a Hawkeye that I got also for like $6. She gave them to the kid. Okay. But I'm like, when those Star Wars ones, those stay in the box.
My brother-in-law collects them Funko Pop figures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has a lot of them.
And, he has a ton. Yeah. I don't have the space to collect them, but they look pretty sweet.
They're like almost a little bobblehead, right?
Yeah.
So I looked one up. My brother-in-law has Guy Fieri. And we were like, you should do a collection of famous chefs. And what's the other famous chef you think of?
Gordon Ramsay.
Boom. Looked him up. You know how much that one costs? $400.
What?
Yes. And it's a limited supply. $400.
I mean, there's anything you could probably think of, there's probably a pop figure out there for it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And he has all these Deadpools, Spider-Man of almost any kind, and things like that.
Funko, 3 Men with Beards, Popco.
Hey, there we
Balls
go.
in your court.
How do we make this happen?
I'm always, ever since I seen Dwight off The Office have his own bobblehead, I was like, I think I would be a cool bobblehead.
At this point, I've got the hair covered up, but at this point, do you remember the troll dolls?
Yes.
From the early 90s. That's what I got going on.
You can't say early 90s anymore. They're making a comeback because of those movies.
Oh, are they making a comeback? Oh, those movies were horrible. At least I only saw one of them. I'm not sure which one, but my.
Yeah, I've seen them both because my kids love Trolls. The second one is basically about rock and roll trying to destroy all the other musics.
Does that sound familiar?
Well, it's already accomplished that, so.
The rock and roll Trolls.
There it is.
Man, it was a lot of falsetto. A lot of falsetto singing in that movie I saw. Those were notes that were not humanly possible.
JT for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, if I feel sorry for all the parents out there that had to sit through that with their child.
A lot. That was their favorite movie. And JT just rocked it out. He was bringing sexy back with the trolls.
So you did the Pokemon thing, huh?
I did. And
Do you
I
do
remember,
that game on the phone?
I do Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I tried to. But when I was in middle school is when the cards became a big deal, and I was collecting them and things like that. And I remember having a binder full or something and sticking up in my closet. And then going off to college. I mean, you think about it, these are when the cards first came out.
Yeah.
You know, first edition and things like that. I come back from college, fine, and and I started working with kids, and they're collecting Pokemon. It became a big resurgence of collecting Pokemon cards, like it's huge. So I go back to my grandma's house to get my Pokemon card collection. Unbeknownst to me, my brother had either sold them or gave them away.
Oh.
And I know for sure there's a holographic Charizard in there that is worth a lot of money right now.
Wow. You can't leave that stuff laying around.
You can't. But what would I look like taking a binder full of Pokemon cards to college?
Who cares? Nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know. Just put it. It's my secret. It's under the bed.
Yeah, don't.
When it comes time to pay your bill, you're like, here you go. One holographic Charizard.
I'm trying to think of all the stuff that disappeared. My original Nintendo, all my games, everything, all that disappeared.
My Tamagotchi. I threw that away on accident. You guys remember Tamagotchis?
Yes.
Yeah, that was, wasn't that the little thing, and you had to feed it? And
feed it, like a little, it was little, and it was big.
It's like a keychain size thing, right?
Yeah, it was like a keychain thing. It was big for, I would think, for like, 4 months.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And they were expensive. They're like $10 each.
Yeah.
And my mom bought all of us Tamagotchis. And it was the coolest thing. But we went and visited my grandma, and my grandma used to make us eat on the floor with newspapers. So she, put a newspaper out and you put your plate, and we'd sit down on the floor, and after you're done, you just crumble up the newspaper and throw it away. Well, they went my Tamagotchi.
Your Tamagotchi went in trash.
Yeah.
I found one.
And
I
died.
had one for about 2 minutes. And I found it in Lost and Found at the school. Nobody would claim it, so I was like, that's mine.
Yes.
It was stupid. It died.
Yeah.
So was the thing, because I was always told, like, if it dies, it wouldn't come back on. Was that the thing?
I'm sure there was a reset button on the back.
There probably was.
You get one of the needles and just press the button.
Yeah.
But
I never understood those because, like I said, I had one for, it got out of Lost and Found, had it for a couple weeks, and then it stopped working. And then, do you remember, Furbies?
Yes.
I didn't understand those either.
But don't they have Furbies now that you can teach to talk? Or even
I think
babies?
the original ones were supposed
don't
to.
Don't your daughter have a baby you can pretty much teach to talk?
Probably.
I never understood those. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're creepy.
My mom went and buy me another Tamagotchi. She goes, you didn't take care of the first one. True. You have me there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so he took his brothers. And then when Jacob went back to college, his brother took... No, I'm just kidding. The whole story comes out now.
there it is.
Wow. Yeah, Pokemon, I think, was slightly after my time because I don't remember. I remember seeing it. It would come on during, Saturday morning cartoons or whatever, and I was just like, what? And then I would turn on to a different station, watch Cheers.
All ages are not that much different.
I know, but that's just what I did.
You're just sophisticated for your age.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know.
But
it was weird. I just remember thinking, this is weird graphics and...
Well, I have friends that talk about how they watch anime and stuff right now. And I was like, I don't watch that. I mean, watch Pokemon. Does that count?
But what station was showing Cheers during Saturday morning cartoons?
Well, it was I think Pokemon came on at the end, if I remember right, of Saturday morning cartoons. So you're getting close to lunchtime.
So like 11?
And then and then I'd flip over to another station and watch like Cheers, or what was the other one?
MASH.
Yeah, MASH was one.
I used to fall asleep to that.
Yeah, there was a few of those that they would come on like after Saturday morning cartoons, but on a different station. Because I think 62 over the air TV before it became the CW was
WB.
that was the hit. Well, it was even before the WB.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of MASH, one time, not too long ago, me and my wife were talking about the themes. Somehow we got talking about the theme song on MASH, "Suicide is Painless," and she didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, the MASH song, and I looked it up, and I didn't realize that there's actually words to that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a song.
Yeah, but the intro to MASH is instrumental.
Yeah.
And that's where I know it from. I didn't know it was an actual song with words and everything.
It's very depressing.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I gave it away, the name.
Suicide is painless.
Who's the artist on that? I can't remember. I used to know, but I couldn't tell you now.
The Bare Naked Lady.
They might have done a remake of it.
So, yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of
Flaming Lips.
Johnny
that band.
Mandel.
Johnny Mandel.
That's right.
Related to Howie Mandel.
It's his dad.
This is the internet. We don't have to be accurate.
Watch it be like accurate. Like that's for real.
Was he a germaphobe too?
Yes.
No, we're
Yes, he
good.
was.
Okay, just making
I was
sure.
about to go down a dark hole.
It's
and
like
I
where
just
did he
turned
get
around.
where did he get that from?
Yeah.
He wrote that song, and then
Did you watch that show? Speaking of Howie Mandel, Bobby's World.
Yes, I remember loving Bobby's
I
World.
loved that show.
no.
No?
You never watched Bobby's World?
He had the big wheel.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I don't
His
remember.
mom was very like northern accent.
Yeah.
She'd say like, "Oh, don't you know?"
How many people do we offend?
I don't know.
Northerns.
I don't know.
You think they don't know they have accents?
Right. They pronounce tacos tacos.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know where you came from.
Own it.
Yes.
We can put that under my picture with the tiger. You know where you came from.
Own it.
I would say if you can find it, if you have some streaming services, check out some Bobby's World. Yeah.
I know Jimmy Eat World. But I'm thinking it's different.
At Bobby's World.
It's a TV
That's where it's
show.
at.
What was it? There was a bunch of other shows that weren't animated that would come on that were good to watch, like Boy Meets World.
Yeah. I'm making Lady watch Boy Meets World, mainly because I want to watch it again.
Right. Clarissa Explains It All. Remember that one?
Oh, yes.
What other show is Lainey going through right now?
Oh, the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
That's old school.
She watches weird stuff, and so Kelly's like, just watch the Brady Bunch. Okay.
That's super old school, though. You gonna have her do the Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi and all that? Wasn't that a spinoff?
Yeah.
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 It was.
And
That's-
Mork from Ork.
Yeah.
That was a spinoff too, wasn't it?
Of Happy Days, yeah, I think so.
I believe he was on
Yeah.
a couple episodes at the end, and then they gave him his own show.
Yeah. I believe you're right.
Yeah, when you're right, you're right.
I did. I was also reading an article this past week about Happy Days, about the reason that Fonz rides a motorcycle is because they weren't going to let him wear a leather coat because it portrayed a gang image. And so the director's like, no, that's just safety because he rides a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, somebody get this man a motorcycle.
Nice. It was a good show.
That's episode 8, my friends.
Yeah. So don't forget Thursdays to Pray for the Nation.
Yes. It needs it.
Yeah. And
don't forget, we're still looking for Jacob a wife.
yeah, don't forget about that. Jacob
We
is a
didn't talk
wife.
about it this week, but he's entrusted me and Steve to find him a woman.
Yeah. We're not working very hard.
There's a lot of people worried about that.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week.
Any single ladies, drop a comment.
drop a comment.
To watch another podcast, do we want?